What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Battle Cage MMA Sportscast. Today we're looking back and a little recap, a little just a reflection on what happened this past Saturday. Max Holloway taking on Yair Rodriguez, and it delivered, man. The event was a sleeper for everybody, but it turned out to be one of the best fight, like a free, like not a pay per view, but like a fight night. We thought the pay per view caliber with Jan Blachowicz was great, but this was even, I think, was a sleeper for sure, and it really delivered. So let's just take a look back a couple fights. So we had Kennedy and Chikwi taking on Daun Jong. Back in my review video, if you saw, I was definitely backing Daun Jong. I said that these boys have the power to finish each other, and yeah, we definitely saw a finish, but it was just one of many, right? I was definitely telling everybody on the power that both Daun Jong and Kennedy and Chikwi possesses. These guys are big boys, and exactly, and they started the night. What a night, actually, right? Like, this is correct me if I'm wrong. It was probably one of the few cards in the recent history, at least in my mind, that ended almost in like everything was a knockout except one. Alves got the submission, but we had like I want to say 8 KOs, one submission, and 2 decisions. It was an incredible night. So yeah, the big boys came in, they started the card, and they started with a bang, with a KO. Daun Jong gets the job. He is definitely a contender now. Like he's up there. Okay, guys, he's someone to watch. I don't know. He looks great. The guy looks great. So definitely looking forward to watching him compete. And Chikwi, big boy. I'm sure it will be a lesson for him, and he's gonna learn from this. All right, the next fight. I dropped the ball over here. This was the only submission of the night. Rothwell Alves. I was backing Mark DKZ a little bit more than I should have. And yeah, I take the L over here. So definitely dropped the ball on Mark DKZ. Rafael Alves was definitely another dog that cashed, and he's dangerous, man. That's all I can say. But yeah, still don't think too much of him. The next one we had Liana Jujua. That was my girl. Wasn't like a big on her, but definitely was. I wanted her to win, but Courtney Casey gets the job done. She looked incredible versus Liana Jujua, and yeah, she was just a better fighter, better experience. The level of competition was day and night. So kudos to Courtney Casey. Went to the final unanimous decision. And then we had Sean Woodson. That's no surprise. I told you, man, this guy, very, very long, very lengthy, a former boxer himself. And, man, he pieced it up, man. He put it together and got the finish in round one. And it was just exactly what we thought. I mean, look at the striking discrepancy. 50 significant strikes to 8. That's kind of crazy, right? 59 total. Gets the job done. No surprise. Kudos to Sean Woodson. Would like to see him back in the octagon pretty soon. This one particular, I think I didn't get the chance to watch this fight. I actually missed it. Andrea Lee definitely got me surprised. I was kind of back in Cynthia Calvillo. I wish I hadn't in retrospect, but this is one of those unpredictable things, and it was a technical knockout, I believe, for Andrea Lee, and man, she did her thing. That's it. That's just how this game goes. All right, this was a sleeper on a lot of people's radar. I was backing Joel Alvarez heavily. I was telling everybody this could be the one of the best dogs of the night. The only thing is, I'll say this for Joel Alvarez. I don't know. Maybe his team got to make this decision, or he has to make the decision. But he's a pretty big boy. He missed weight twice. Came in at 157. So definitely missing weight. I don't know what that's about. I think he's just too big to be cutting to 155. I will probably recommend maybe checking out the 170. Now, I understand 170 is dangerous, but 150 is not. It's just as dangerous too. So, but I think for his size, he's pretty big. It's like 6'3", if I'm not mistaken. He's pretty damn freaking big. And I just can only imagine the power translation in the 170. I'm sure he doesn't want to be in the 170. There's a lot of killers in 170, and I don't blame him, not one bit. But he's a pretty big boy, and if he can't get it together, if he can't make the weight, I don't know. I mean, like Thiago Moises, accepted the fight, but he could have been like, nah, I'm not taking this fight. Plus, he lost the purse. Now I understand. He's probably thinking like, whatever, I'll lose the purse, but I'm still gonna get the W. But yeah, I mean, great W plus $200 cashed. But I don't know, moving forward, you can't be competing at 155 if you're not making 155, right? So that's something, just a little thing to go off on. Song Yudong finally breaks my curse. I was backing Song Yudong, and he got it done, KO, round number 2. Kudos to him. I had the props on Fight to Start round 2 as well as Song Yudong, so that kind of came through. So that was pretty good. Yeah, he just kind of pieced up Julio Arce, man. Yeah, there was just a level of competitors between them. There's just too much, and Song Yudong was definitely the better fighter in here. All right, this was another great fight. Chaos Williams delivers with his KO. I was worried. My prop KO wasn't looking so good up until the last minute, and he gets the job done. Never stopped swinging for the fences. He never stopped the forward pressure. He never stopped, putting it on Miguel Baeza. So gets the job done. Now, in terms of the submission attempts, I think all those 5 attempts, correct me if I'm wrong, did they come like in the first round with a heel hook? I think they did. So in any case, Miguel Baeza still a good striker. I think he's pretty good. Nothing against him, but KS Williams is just, he just kept coming forward, swinging bombs, and he found it. And once he made that connection, Miguel Baeza went out. Now I know he stood up confused, but listen, when you're getting up confused like that, that means you were hurt. Okay, you were definitely hurt, and Chaos, let's go, baby. I told you, trains with Detroit boys over there. He's tough as shit. Don't sleep on Chaos. I'm interested to see who they pair him up with. But yeah, Chaos, he's real, man. He's a real fighter. The Ox fighter is for real. And then we have Felicia Spencer. I mean, that's not a surprise. I'm just surprised Leah Letson lasted that long. The referee was looking to stop the fight. I just don't think he wanted to stop the fight prematurely or stop it in a questionable matter. So, Felicia Spencer gets the job done with 30 seconds remaining. And you could hear in her corner was literally saying, tell Mark, give him a reason to stop the fight. He wants to stop the fight. Leo Letson was getting pieced up. Felicia Spencer had, more dominance, pushed her against the cage. Just, Felicia Spencer perhaps needs to let her hands go a little bit more. She's playing a little bit reserved for my liking. Again, still, in this case, she should have finished Leah Letson in the first round. I'll be totally honest with you. Great finish, great KO. But, I'm very disappointed it took her that long to get that full mount. That should have been done really, really early because, the level of competition in featherweight for women is a lot. So, yeah, Felicia, you're not going to go anywhere. Let's just put it this way. If it's taking you almost 3 rounds to get on top of Leah Letson, nothing against her, but someone who hasn't competed in a while and doesn't, in terms of competition-wise and just level of pedigree that is so far less than you, it takes you that long. You got to work on that wrestling game. Get your opponent down faster. That's my only nag on Felicia Spencer. No surprise she got it done. She was definitely going to win the fight. I was totally with that program. Yeah, I'm just really disappointed it took her that long. Where I am disappointed, though, is with big boy Ben Rothwell, man. Big Ben dropped the ball big time. He looks stupid retarded. perhaps 20 years of getting hit in the face finally caught up onto this man. And it would have been a great win for him. I think he celebrated his birthday just recently, so would have been a great 40 for 40. 40 years old, 40th win. But Marcos Rogerio de Lima came out swinging just cannons, all right? Came out swinging cannons, and he clips Ben Rothwell. Ben Rothwell at that point is staggered. He's put against the fence, and Marcos Rogerio de Lima just goes hamage, okay? He just goes off on him, tees off, and just clips him really hard. You could see Ben just bends over at one point. His leg kind of gives up. And then there's a questionable stoppage or not stoppage, but it was a good stoppage. He was gonna get smacked up in the face so much by Marcos Rogerio de Lima. So yeah, good stoppage. It should have been stopped. So yeah, just really disappointing. The whole week after the review, I told you, I'm like, why is Ben only minus 150 in a place like this? He should have been minus 230, 240. Then I would have been more comfortable. The fact that I saw the line at minus 150, minus 140, it didn't sit with me so well. I kept questioning myself. Didn't have the balls to pull the trigger on Marcos Rogerio de Lima. He can't be trusted, to be honest, at heavyweight. He just got lucky that he fought a really, really old heavyweight with just so much experience. Like I said, Big Ben's been there for a minute. I think it's done, though. I think he may be done when he's fighting hungrier guys. Marcos was 36, so definitely for a heavyweight, that's pretty good. They peak at 35, believe it or not, heavyweights. They peak at late 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, So, yeah, I think Ben should maybe consider hanging it up because, I don't know. He didn't look good at all. And let's talk about the main fight of the evening. Max the Blessed Holloway taking on Yarrier El Pantera Rodriguez. What a freaking fight. I mean, this is what we love MMA for. This is what we love the sport. I mean, this is just warriors, guys, gladiators. This is modern day gladiators. I've been saying this for a minute. This is literally, we're watching the gladiators in the Coliseum in the form of an octagon, competing, giving their all. Both fighters were, sent to the hospital. Max more for precautionary, but he took some damage. Actually, he took a lot of damage. You could see on Max. I don't know if he bit his tongue or not. His tongue looked kind of funny post-fight, or was it swelled up, or his lip was swelled up. Yair took a lot of damage from Max. I mean, yeah, a lot of cuts and bruises, a lot of pain, a lot of swelling. I think Yair's foot, blew up like a balloon. Massive swelling going on in the right foot. But that's because, Yair was kicking guys. Look at the striking there, friends. 230 significant strikes to 159. 251 thrown from Max. 186 was thrown from Yair. The kicks was the story for Yair. 57 kicks to 35. Body shots, though. Boy, Max's body shots. Those boxing. Such crisp work by Max. Just body. Swing left, hug, boom. Just amazing work. 129 punches landed to the face. Yair was able to connect with 78. Yair, though, he proved the fact that he was out for a couple years. He's a contender. He's a tough guy. He's easily top 4, top 5, top. And I'm also considering fighters who are not really top ranked, but they still, I think are just better. They just didn't get the chance to prove themselves. In fact, why don't we look? Let me see. I don't think oh yeah. Let's look at the featherweight division. Look at Max, the cover of UFC.com. The blessed ever. Since we're on the topic, we're definitely gonna talk about Max a little bit more. But let's look at the rankings. Really happy for Max. I mean, such a good dude, right? Max, such a great guy. Here's that fake champion. Like we got to get rid of this guy's face. You know, he's a fake champion. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later. Peter Yan is the champion. He's the interim champion, but he is the champion. Yeah. So featherweight division. So we got Volk. He's our current champion, rightfully so. Max, man, he's the number one guy for sure. He took out Brian Ortega already, so that's not even a surprise. He just took out Yair Rodriguez, you know. So he took out Kelvin Cater. Who else is there? I mean, Arnold Allen is a up and coming guy, someone to watch. Okay, Giga Chikadze, man, that man is coming in. He's coming in heavy. I think he has a fight scheduled. Giga Chikadze, man, that's the next dude. He's on a rise. If he's able to pass his opponent, who is he fighting? He's fighting someone good, right? Giga Chikadze. Giga the Ninja Chikadze. He has with Kelvin Cater. That's true. To tell you the truth, I think he gets past Kelvin Cater, man. Kelvin Cater did not look so good against Max. And Giga Chikadze is coming. Giga Chikadze is number 8. He's coming for that number 5 spot. Giga's someone to watch. Giga's such a good, interesting character because he's also very tall, lengthy kind of guy. Great Muay Thai, great kickboxing. Extremely dangerous striker. You can see him here competing in the kickboxing. I mean, he's just overall dangerous. I mean, ever since he came on the scene, now he lost the Dana White Contender Series. Got choked out by Austin Springer. But if you look at this dude, he fought Alex Caceres last year and he's gone. So, so come on now. I don't know how he lost to this dude, but he lost to this dude. Went to Gladiator, did some work over there, and then he came in 2019. Brendan Davis got that split win. Jamal Emmers got that split win. Fought during the pandemic, against Irvin Rivera. That March card, March 7, that was right when the pandemic was going off the charts. He was in on the main card. I mean, he was on the Adesanya Romero fight. I remember that was when pandemic was going off, and that was the last pay-per-view for UFC, if I'm not mistaken. Right until the shutdown. I know the next card was in Brazil with no fans in attendance, and then they shut it down. So that was like the last card right before we understood what the normal world was like, and then just pandemic, man. But yeah, that was great. March 7th, we came up big. At least I came up big with Adesanya and other bets. Then he fought Irvin Rivera, took him out. I mean, Irvin Rivera was a warrior, undersized. And Omar Morales, then Jamie Simmons. I mean, he's very active. Look at this, 2020, 2020, 2020. 4 fights in 2020. 2 fights in 2021 with Cop Swanson in May and Edson Barboza very recently. He looks like he's getting better, and that's kind of dangerous. So he's been putting in a lot of work. And now you got Kelvin Cater, who's number 5, as you can see. And yeah, so Giga Chikadze is coming in the featherweight. And but to tell you the truth, at this point, Max is definitely number 1. Like I said, Giga has to fight Cater to even, contend for the title. At that point, we got Sadiq Youssef. Bryce Mitchell. Man, Bryce Mitchell's such a character, right? I love Bryce Mitchell, to be honest. This is another dude that's been putting in a lot of work. Thug Nasty, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's his nickname. So, yeah, man, I really, really like Bryce Mitchell. He's 14-1. He's number 11. Does he have a fight scheduled, Bryce Mitchell? Because I like Bryce Mitchell, to be honest. I really, really do. Like his character, too. Thug Nasty, man. Yeah, Thug Nasty. Really, really like this guy. He's such a hard worker. Got that hard grit about him. He takes you down and just fights you to the ground. That old school kind of MMA. Just took out Andre Fili. Well, that was last year. Hasn't fought in a year. Hasn't fought in a year. Really, really want this dude to be fighting, man. He's 27 years old. I hope he gets a fight soon. Fought twice 2020 May. Man, I'm surprised he hasn't fought once. I don't know what's up. I mean, what's up? Let's get this guy fighting, man. Like, come on, Thug Nasty, man. So, Bryce Mitchell, someone to look out. You know, he's 27. Maybe he's waiting for his turn. Shane Burgos, we just saw him put on the work, and Alex Caceres, number 15. So pretty much, you know, these guys, Mazar Ivalov, right? He's up there, young dude coming in. Has a good record too. This dude is really good, tough guy, undefeated, 15-0. So yo, Thug Nasty, Mavzar Ivalov. Let me see if Mavzar has a Mavzar. How do you spell? Mavzar. Ivalov. 15-0. Last win against Hakeem Dawodu, unanimous decision. And Ilya Taporia. Ooh, that's a good fight, man. Ilya Taporia, Mavzar Ivalov. What a fantastic fight we got coming in with the beginning of the next year. That is going to be a great fight. Wow. Okay. So, Thug Nasty, you got to come in, man. So, yeah, so that's interesting. That's something to watch out for. Mavzar Ivalov, man. That's going to be a nice fight right there. So, yeah, so now let's talk about Max. Let's really talk about Max. We got Max on the cover right here. And let's talk about Max. What's next for Max? Do we see a trilogy against what's the name? Volkanovski? Yeah, I mean, Volkanovski had a pretty good fight against Ortega, but he was too dominant against Ortega. There's really no one right now, as we saw in the top 5, that can really, really challenge Volkanovski. And Max beats top 5. The only fight right now that I'm even thinking is let's go back for a second. Is maybe Giga Chikadze, right? Arnold Allen is good. I don't want to like really shit on Arnold Allen. He's a tough dude, man. This guy is amazing. He's 17-1. That's another one. Does he have a fight scheduled? Arnold Allen. Arnold Allen. Not the most fun fighter, but an effective fighter, right? Yeah, he just beat Sadiq Youssef. So he just beat Sadiq Youssef, guys. What do you want me to say? Sadiq Youssef, number 12. So Arnold Allen, number 6. You could make a fight. Arnold Allen maybe for Arnold Allen versus Cheng Sung Jong. I know Dan Ige is fighting, right? Ige is fighting very soon. Dan Ige is definitely fighting. I saw that. Dan Ige. Dan 50K Ige. He's going to be taking on Josh Emmett. What a fight. Okay. So you got Emmett 7, Ige 9. You know, them boys going to be throwing it down. That's going to be a good fight. That's coming up actually too, right? Yeah, that's in this December 11th card, which I'm getting very excited for. What happened with my video, guys? Hold on. I didn't even realize my video kind of stopped, right? So, yeah. Sorry about that. Just realized I just kept going and going anyway. So, yeah. So, let's talk about Max a little bit. Max, just my perspective in terms of Max and his state right now. I really think Max is, if he wants the title fight, then I think he definitely deserves the title fight. The question is, does he want the title fight right now, or does he like going out there, main event, and beating these dudes up? If he wants the title fight, I don't see why not. I really don't see why not. There's really no one. There's no one. There's really no one that's right now that's challenging. Now, for those of you that know, there was a guy. His name was Zabit Magomed Sharipov. He was really good at featherweight. He was making a lot of noise. But I really don't know what the hell's going on with him, to be honest. Maybe some of you do know. Comment down below. Um, I thought he might have been the next dude, the next Savage, but he kind of fell off. I don't know. I really don't know what's up with that story. Zabit was definitely the guy to watch. For those of you that don't know, Zabit, I was calling for Zabit to fight Max, to be honest. That's how much I was really, really impressed with Zabit Magomed Sharipov. 18-1 record. He's 30 years old. Maybe he's just chilling, man. I don't know. Or he's sick or he's injured. I don't know what his story is. His last fight was Kelvin Cater in 2019. And that's all. Yeah, before that, Brendan Davis, Jeremy Stevens, he was doing his thing. He was really, really putting in work. Where was he? Right here in 2017. Work. Yeah, he was fighting 2 times a year, which was great. And then, yeah, and then he kind of disappeared. He never fought during the pandemic. He had a canceled fight against Yair. That would have been such a great fight. That got canceled. So yeah, that's the only dude that is actually in the featherweight, but he's not in the he hasn't fought in the UFC. So I don't know what's going on. I follow him on Instagram, but he's just like living his life, on the farm, just shooting guns, doing his like mountain shit, to be honest. So that's the beat. But yeah, let's go back to Max. I don't see why Max does not fight for the title. I really don't. I mean, really don't see, as you can see by the rankings. I do see him fighting for the title. That'll be great. I hope he wins, to be honest. Volk he's just too strong, in my opinion. But arguably, you could argue that Max won the last fight, and maybe he can retain. Maybe he can take it. Maybe he can take the fight. Maybe he can, beat Volk for the title. Who knows? But yeah, if he wants the title shot, I think there's nothing stopping him. He got 2 Ws. After that, a wonderful fight against Kelvin Cater. Wonderful fight against Yair Rodriguez. So, Max the blessed way. Definitely a 5-round war with Yair. Yair is a fighter, man. Nothing but fucking respect. Excuse my language. Yair proved me wrong. I didn't think too much of Yair. Yair he's a fighter, guys. And he's Mexican. I should have known. Like, I knew his heart. So Max the blessed way. Great win. Great fight for Yair. There were, obviously he's the winner. But if you look around, we all won. Yair's stock did not drop. Yair's stock only rose. I think people just respect him a little more. We just know that we just proved it was just everybody knows what Max is about. So Max was able to prove that he's really damn good. And Yair's stock rose. He's a warrior. He can go 5 rounds. He's tough as shit. Yeah, and we won because we witnessed such a great damn fight. What a time to be an MMA fan. And if you're not an MMA fan, I feel sorry for you, to be honest. But yeah, I think I'm over. That was kind of post recap. So yeah, that's it. Recap is done. And breakdowns are happening tomorrow. We got our fight night. Tate versus Rivera happening next week. Looks good. We have good fights, a lot to talk about. So I'm gonna start my homework right now, and we're gonna great shit happening. A lot of money to be made, to be honest. So we're gonna talk about it starting tomorrow. I'm gonna start dropping reviews for you guys, and yeah, ending with Max the Blessed Ever Baby. That was such a good fight. Great fight card. Amazing. Thank you guys for tuning in. Battle Cage. As always, I'm out of here.